Today is November 15th, and today we have been home from Houston for 1 year. So I wanted to take a little time today to do a really quick FAQ video. I get a lot of the same questions, and I'm always happy to answer questions. I just thought I'd put it all kind of in one spot. So first question about Thomas is, what's it called? His condition is called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Hypoplastic meaning small, left heart meaning he doesn't have one. Basically, he has half a heart. He has his right side. So the two surgeries that he's had, one of them was really just to buy him some time to grow a little bit bigger, and the other one was to sort of teach his right side to do the job of a healthy heart. So do the job of both a right side and a left side. The next question that comes is, well, does that mean he's going to have some more surgeries? Yes. Yes, we are looking at least one more surgery. It just depends on how he grows as far as when it's going to happen. So he's being monitored. He'll be monitored his whole life. He'll have to see a cardiologist for his whole life. So we're waiting just to see how big he grows, and we'll watch his oxygen saturation levels, and his body will tell us when he needs that surgery. Normally, Texas Children's Hospital likes to do it 3 and 4 years old. They want to do it when he needs it, but not when it's an emergency. So emergent, but not urgent. A lot of people, I think, are curious as to whether he can just have a transplant. I don't get that question so much, but I sort of see it in people's eyes. Like, well, can't he just have a transplant? And can't he just get a new heart? And the short answer to that is no. It's always better to keep your native organs because with things like transplant, there is risk for rejection. So it may come to that in his life. It's an absolute possibility, but that's not going to fix anything. It may give him time, but it's not ideal. So it's a possibility later, but it's not the option right now. He's a candidate for the Fontan, which is the next surgery. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. If he were to go into heart failure, have major problems, then he could be listed. But people forget to think about where you get organs from. So the donor list for babies, not so big, because normally babies, are born healthy. There's just not a whole lot of donors for baby organs. And thank God for that, right? So people that are on the organ donor list, people that they're on the transplant list, rather, they could wait for a while. And then you're prioritized. So I'd like to stay off that list. So no, we can't just have a transplant and fix it. The last sort of comment more than question I get is, oh, you probably don't want to talk about this, but, and then insert question here. And I always want to talk about it. Always. I hold myself back from telling everyone that we come into contact with about his condition. The more that I can talk about it, the better. I feel like, just to raise awareness, for CHD and for many other things, the fact that he still has a medically fragile immune system. I need people, to be careful in cold and flu season. I want to talk about it all the time. I stop myself. So if you have a question, it is not a dumb question, please ask us. We, especially me, are so happy to talk to you about anything and everything heart related for our little guy. So home 1 year. We are super happy. We are so blessed.